What number is Oregon?
Sleeper. 18.
Cameron or Cam?
It's Cam.
So that's live.
Okay.
I think you should just keep it live.
Keep it live.
There's important. I think if you want to mute yourself, you'll have to come in here and click this. If you want to mute yourself, no, I don't think that'll work because it's picking up on the desktop. Like the reason you wear the headset is so you can hear yourself, but it's not the audio going in there.
So I'll stand here. I think I get it better if I sit here, but
That's fine. You just want to mute, so if you can move the computer there, and you don't need to have the computer charging if it's got enough battery.
So,
All right.
perfect. Thank you so much.
Any questions? Text me.
Will do. Thank you so much
Our
for
game is that too. So
Okay.
if that hurts, okay.
That's fine.
All right.
But appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. See you tomorrow.
No. That's great.
Yeah. Seven thirty. I get those goosebumps every time we come out. You use my mind, you make everything feel fine. Worry about this fool. Way too young, yeah. It's way too dumb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time. I need that high. I get those goosebumps every time. I don't know. I get those goosebumps every time. Goosebumps every time. I need them.
Oh,
I get those goosebumps every time. I don't know. I get those goosebumps every time. I want to feel like I want to feel like I want to put my life. I want to take that body. I'm gonna put my mind. I want to feel like I want to feel like I want to press my mama dear, share the feelings. I remember the moment, feeling more as in. I'm feeling trying to feel the pain. I'm feeling get the folks about it. There's a family, I'm here, I'm scared, forget to start the day tomorrow. Way too young, it's way too young. I get those goosebumps every time. I need that. I get those goosebumps every time. I don't know. I get those goosebumps every time. Worked all week, cleaned up, clean cut, and clean shit. We have a little more fun.
Spencer.
But you outside, we got things. Drink your brain, this tea. You can claim it.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Maryland Softball Stadium for today's game between the Oregon Ducks and your Maryland Terrapins. For your convenience, complimentary roster cards are available at the marketing table near the main entrance. For the safety of our student athletes and those around you, smoking and alcohol consumption are not permitted. Thank you for your attendance. We hope you enjoy the game. The Big Ten Conference takes great pride in the conduct and good sportsmanship of all Big Ten student athletes and coaches. We encourage you, the spectators, to support your team in a positive manner while showing respect to the participants, team personnel, officials, and other spectators in attendance. The Big Ten Conference has the greatest fans in college sports, and we thank you for your cooperation and support. Attention spectators and facility staff, please be aware of your surroundings throughout the stadium as foul balls and other objects could possibly land in the bleachers and concourse areas. Maryland Softball would like to thank the following corporate partners for their support: Toyota, the University of Maryland Medical System, Planet Fitness, Steve Fitters 602, Vito Pizza, and Under Armour. Under Armour is proud to outfit Maryland Softball in the world's most innovative training gear. Visit UA.com to see Under Armour's full range of performance gear. We thank all the sponsors for their support of Maryland Softball. Be sure to stay up to date on everything Maryland Softball. Make sure to like us on Facebook at Maryland Softball and follow us on X and Instagram at Terps Softball. Hey, Terp fans, mark your calendars. The University of Maryland will host the 2026 Big Ten Softball Tournament May 6th through 9th right here at the Maryland Softball Stadium. Don't miss your chance to catch all the action. Single session tickets start at just $19 and all session passes are available for $64. Head over to big10.org/sb/tournament to secure your tickets now. The Terps are back in action right here at the Maryland Softball Stadium tomorrow, Saturday, April 12th at 12 p.m. against the Oran Ducks for Get Ya Ahead in the Game, a celebration of the 20th anniversary of High School Musical with a day full of music and fun while cheering on your Terps.
We welcome you to College Park, Maryland. I'm Cam Crossett. This afternoon's game between Oregon and Maryland is game 2 of the 3-game set between the Terps and the Ducks. Thank you so much for listening here on WMUC Sports. First, take a look at the pitching matchups for both squads. In the circle for Oregon, lead number 19, Taylor Spencer. Spencer is 6-foot right-hander from Murrieta, California. Through 19 games played this season, she has an ERA of 4.89. Has a record of 6-3-1, 45 strikeouts on the season. Her last time out was against Iowa back on Sunday in Eugene. 2.5 innings pitched, 1 strikeout, and gave up 1 hit. On the other side, for the Terps, it will be number 4, Kira Hooker, the senior from San Diego, making her 20th appearance of the season, has a 3.88 ERA, 6-5-1 record. Through 57 innings pitched, has 30 strikeouts. Last time out against Wisconsin on March 28th, she went 6 1/3, allowed 1 run, no hits, and 2 walks. Oregon comes into this matchup winning 30 games on the season. They are 11-2 in conference. They're on a 6-game winning streak. Last night, the first game of the 3-game set between these two squads, the Ducks were victorious in 5 innings with a final score of 11-0. The long ball came part of a 2-run shot off the bat of Emma Cox and a solo homer to finish things off in the 5th inning with the run rule to make it 11-0 was Amari Harper. Their last loss came back on March 26th against Northwestern. They swept the Hawkeyes. They won 2 games out of 3 against the Wildcats. They're led by head coach Melissa Lombardi. On the other side, for the Terps, they have struggled so far offensively this season. They're led by head coach Lauren Karn. They're 14-24 offensively, last in the Big Ten, with a 1-15 conference record. Their only win of the conference season was against Rutgers back on March the 7th. And a 3-1 victory. The Terps look to capitalize on a home win today with a packed house inside College Park. A beautiful day here at College Park. Temperatures will reach up to 73 degrees towards the end of the game, 68 degrees at first pitch. We'll have a good one for you on WMUC Sports. We'll be right back from College Park. Keep it right here.
It is something and by the end of the day, she was beginning to stay. And you can keep my turning. Then I'm gonna make these balls. And you can even see the stars and you can be
Welcome to the Maryland Softball Stadium for today's game between the Oregon Ducks and your Maryland Terrapins. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able and remove your hats to honor America and those who support our freedom at home and abroad for the playing of our national anthem. Joining your Maryland softball team on the field are Maryland softball alum from across the history of the program. Welcome home, Terps.
Welcome to College Park, Maryland. I'm Cam Crossett. The second game of the three-game set between Oregon and Maryland. We just set here momentarily. We'll start off with the visiting Ducks. They're 30-9 on the season, 11-2 in conference. They're on a 6-game win streak. They swept the Hawkeyes of Iowa last weekend at home. They beat Northwestern 2 games out of 3 a few weeks back, and they make the 3,500-mile journey across the country to College Park, Maryland, where they play the last place Terps. As last night, they won handedly. Oregon won handedly, 11-0 in 5 innings via the run rule, as Emma Cox and Amari Harper each had a home run. Oregon is number 18 in the nation. They played in last year's College World Series. They lost to the Oklahoma Sooners. For the other side, for Maryland, they're led by Lauren Karn. They are 14-24 overall, 1-15 in conference. Just the lone win in conference play came back on March 7th against Rutgers. They're last place in the Big Ten. The struggles continue for Coach Karn and her club, but before yesterday, said she's looking to turn things around this series. And one thing that she hopes to happen is they at least get one win out of these 3 games. Last night was a tough one, facing Oregon for the first time, nationally ranked team coming into your building. Never want to give up that many runs in a game, but unfortunately, the pitching staff just couldn't get it done. Caitlin Olinsky got to start. Aubrey Wurst finished it off in the circle. Unfortunately, Oregon was all over these Terps early on, and it kept going throughout the game. And that's something that Coach Carnes and her staff look to stop, get the offense going this afternoon, and start swinging the bat early and often, and hopefully that leads to a W here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon in College Park. Our first pitch weather It's beautiful 68 degrees, no clouds in the sky here at Robert E. Taylor Stadium on the campus of the University of Maryland. Take a look at the lineups for the Terps. That's Sammy Woods batting first, playing short and second, batting second, right field. Bailey Murphy, Mariah Pent, the first baseman. Batting third, batting fourth, Maddie Benson at third base. Batting fifth, Zeta Rock, the catcher. Batting sixth, Anna McGowan, the designated player. Batting seventh, Caroline Fox, the second baseman. Batting eighth, Gracie Wilson, the left fielder. And batting ninth, Caitlin Cornwall, the center fielder. And in the circle for Maryland today will be Era Hooker. 19 games played. Hooker has a 3.88 ERA, 6.5-1 on the season, 57 innings pitched, and 30 strikeouts on the season. Beginning of 2026, she was named to the 2026 Big Ten Players to Watch list, and she certainly showed out so far this season for Maryland. A rough conference play so far. Just for three Big Ten series to go. We got this one next week, a home finale against Illinois, then on the road to Michigan State, April 24th to 26th. Coach Carnes looks to finish off the homestand with the W today against Oregon. And leading off for the Ducks will be Elon Butler. As Butler is red hot in her 40th appearance. Leading off is the leads in batting average, home runs, RBIs, all categories here for the Ducks. They'll be her 40th game played, as she has a batting average of .430, 12 home runs on the season, 51 RBIs, 48 runs through 52 hits, 25 walks, and 7 stolen bases. The infield and Kira Booker are converging, get their final talks amongst the players for the Terps. Melissa Lombardi will head over to the third base side and be the third base coach for Oregon. And we'll just under time to play some softball on a Saturday evening or Saturday afternoon in College Park. Kira Booker's ready to go. The ump will get ready to take his position behind the dish. Here we go from College Park. Oregon, Maryland. Game 2 of the 3-game set. The windup from Kira Booker to start things off. A strike to start things off on a Saturday afternoon in College Park. Elon Butler takes the first pitch for a strike. For Butler, as mentioned, .430 batting average, leads the team in batting averages. Second in conference. Last game against Maryland on Friday night, she drew 2 walks and scored a run. As it's 0-2 from Booker, Butler fouls it off towards the third base side of the field in front of the Maryland dugout. Maryland hopes to get back into their winning ways this afternoon. A frustrating, to say the least, conference schedule for Maryland. They have not been able to capitalize as Coach Karn had thought they would at the beginning of the season. They ran into a elite team in Indiana a few weeks ago. They played Wisconsin on the road. They couldn't get any wins out in Madison. They went to Penn State last week and played a 3-game set, but for the first strikeout of the afternoon, Kira Booker gets Elon Butler to swing and miss for out number 1. And lineup will do over to Kaylin Jones, second baseman for Oregon. That is Kira Booker's 30th strikeout of the season. And a good way to start this game if you're Booker and the Terps. As Kaylin Jones shows bunt. lays off. Jones wears the number 3 for Oregon, plays second base today. 5'3" sophomore from Arlington, Texas. She'll show bunt to Booker again. Foul tips it to the right side. Straight to Maddie Benson, foul. As Jones will make her 40th appearance today. Is a batting average of .392, 4 home runs on the season, 25 RBIs, 39 runs on 47 hits. As Jones takes that one for a ball. 30 walks, 1 stolen base. That was against Iowa last Sunday. Last night, she was 1 for 1 with an RBI. She looks to continue her hitting streak on a 5-game hitting streak so far, as Jones lofts that one into the infield. Calling everybody off is Sammy Woods, the shortstop, for out number 2. And there's 2 very, very quick outs for the Terps. The lineup will do over to Amari Harper, the left fielder. Harper had a home run last night to finish things off, and they had a 11-0 victory. Sent one over the left field fence, way over the head of Gracie Wilson, left fielder. We apologize for the wind this afternoon. 13-mile-an-hour wind coming out of the infield as Amari Harper lines that one right to the second baseman, Carolyn Fox, and the Terps go 1-2-3 to start off the first inning. We'll be back on WMBC Sports. First up are the Terps.
No runners left on base.
Welcome back to College Park. I'm Cam Crossett. We are with you for the bottom of the first inning. Oregon on defense in the circle for the Ducks will be Taylor Spencer. Spencer, through 19 games played this season, has an ERA of .489, record of 6-3-1 with 45 strikeouts. She had 11 strikeouts against Kentucky earlier this season. As she will face Sammy Woods, Bailey Murphy, and Mariah Penter, the 1-2-3 hitters for the Terps. It's the first one inside from Spencer, called a strike. As Woods looks to get things going early on here in College Park. Here's the 0-1 from Spencer. The check swing from Woods, laid off. It works the count to 1-1. Woods, through 35 games played this season, a batting average of .380, 1 home run. That was last Saturday against Penn State. She has 12 RBIs on the year, 23 runs on 41 hits. As she lines that one into the infield, picked up by Caitlin Jones across the diamond to Addison Amaral for out number 1.
It's the right fielder, Bailey Murphy.
We will see Bailey Murphy, the right fielder for the Terps, up to bat now. Murphy just making her 38th start. A few defensive changes for the Terps as Murphy lines that one into center field for a base hit. The Terps are aboard first with a base hit to center field off the bat of Haley Murphy. And the Terps are out and running.
First baseman, number 8, Mariah
Now we'll lead off over to Mariah Penta, the 3-hole hitter. The junior from Chesapeake City, Maryland, the Auburn transfer. First baseman for the Terps. The pitch from Spencer high. As Penta looks at that one. Through 37 games played this season, Penta has a batting average of .354, 4 home runs, 27 RBIs, 10 runs on 41 hits, and 7 walks. Momentarily, we'll look at the defensive alignment for the Ducks in the starting in the outfield of Amari Harper at left, Amaya Shaw in center, Elon Butler in right. At third base will be Katie Flannery. Shortstop is Heron Ho. Kaylin Jones will be the second baseman, Addison Emerald. The first baseman behind the dish and catching is Emma Cox, and in the circle is Taylor Spencer. Penta laces that one out of play towards the Oregon dugout. He'll try it again. The count 2-1. It's 2-1. Spencer takes a look down at her armband, calling out the pitch to Cox. Here it comes. Strike in there for Spencer. Its count is even with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Pitch. Penta slices that one out of the reach of Amari Harper. That one's going to go all the way to the roll. Going to third base is Murphy. She gets a stop sign from Laura Carnes, and there's runners on second and third for the Terps. It's Mariah Penta shoots that one into the left field gap. Terps are just 60 feet away from making this a 1-0 ball game. Here comes the cleanup hitter, the third baseman, Patty Benson. Benson is arguably one of the best hitters on the Terp squad. Benson, through 31 games played, has a batting average of .317, 4 home runs, 2 home runs against George Washington back on March 18th, including a walk-off grand slam. She has 21 RBIs, 18 runs on 26 hits, and 21 walks. Last weekend against Penn State, in the game on April 3rd, she was 1 for 3 with a triple, 2 RBIs. She has had a hit in back-to-back trips as she laces that one into the outfield, right into the glove of Amaya Shaw. Coming home to score will be Bailey Murphy off the sac fly, and the Terps are up 1-0.
Up next, the catcher, number 6, Zeta.
Now batting is the catcher's Zeta Rock. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. The pitch from Spencer is off. The count is 1-0. As Rock, through 38 games played this season, 7 home runs. She was the walk-off hero on Wednesday night against Georgetown, where she launched the ball deep to center field to send the Terps fans home happy. The pitch is about chest high from Rock, as she'll step back into the batter's box with a 2-0 advantage. So last weekend against Penn State, she had 2 hits and an RBI. The pitch from Spencer, followed back in front of the home plate or behind home plate, excuse me, in front of the fans. A nice crowd on here this afternoon in College Park. From our vantage point here in the radio booth, we are behind the Oregon fans, so a large majority of them as Rock hits one to Taryn Ho across the diamond to Addison Emerald to get out of the inning, but not until the Terps put one on the board via the sac fly off the bat of Maddie Benson. As we head to the top of the second, it's 1-0 Terps. Give it right here on WMT Sports.
Zero, 1. Now batting for the Ducks, the catcher, number 21.
Welcome back to
Emma
College
Cox.
Park. I'm Cam Crossett for the start of the second inning. The batter will be Emma Cox. Had a home run last night in the first game of the series. As Cox is the catcher for Oregon, 6-foot sophomore from Thornton, Colorado. As Kira Booker in the circle for his second inning of work. Had a 1-2-3 inning for the Terps back in the first inning. She looks to continue that here in the second. As Emma Cox, through 36 games played, has a batting average of .318, 4 home runs. One last night against Maryland. 29 RBIs, 12 runs over 34 hits, and 14 walks. She was 2 for 2 last night with a home run and an RBI with 1 walk. Here's the windup from Kira Booker. In there for a ball. Count 2-1. As we know what Oregon can do offensively, they can hit the long ball, and they can hit it in the hit it in the outfield, and any part of the field for that matter. And they make things happen, and they get their players around to score in a timely fashion, as does Oregon. As Kira Booker in danger of losing Emma Cox here, she's able to keep her close with a strike right down the middle to work the count full to 3-2. Here's the full count pitch from Booker. As Cox swings that one, that's what's going to send Gracie Wilson all the way to the wall. That one's going to one-hop the base of the fence. As holding at first is Emma Cox with a single to left field. As Wilson out there in contention with the sun in left field had a run on it and then slowed down momentarily, and that's what cost her as that ball went over her head and hit the left field wall for a base hit. As Melissa Lombardi will head over to the umpire to make a switch. Here is an assistant coach for Oregon will also come out to talk to the ump. We'll have a pinch hitter for Oregon. That'll be number 17, Reagan Legg, a 5'8" junior from Ladera Ranch, California. As stepping into the batter's box is Amaya Shaw, the center fielder for Oregon. Shaw, through 37 games played, has a batting average of .376. Her home run came on Sunday against Iowa. 12 RBIs, 29 runs over 47 hits, 9 walks, and 12 stolen bases. Shaw, the redshirt sophomore from Lemon Grove, California, counts 1-0 to Shaw. She is second behind Elon Butler in batting average, a 376 average. She shows bunt to Booker. Does not go. His leg thought about going to second. She holds off. Infield moves in. Shaw last night went 1 for 3 with 1 RBI, 1 hit, and 1 run. A pitch. As Shaw sends that one into the outfield, calling everybody off is Wilson in left field for out number 1. The batter will be shortstop Aaron Ho. Ho, the 5'3" first year from Honolulu. Through 29 games played, a batting average of 400, 15 RBIs, 21 runs on 30 hits through 7 walks and 5 stolen bases. Last night against the Terps, she was 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs and a walk. There's the 1-0. Ho slices that one towards the Maryland dugout. Pitch from Booker, the throw down to second base. Rock to Woods. She got her. Oh, what a throw from Zeta Rock, as Reagan Legg had no chance for out number 2. As Oregon wants to have a look, as the umpires will convene. The umpires will head to the monitor to check things out, as Melissa Lombardi doesn't think Reagan Legg was called out. She believes she got her right hand in there, and we'll get an official review momentarily.
Take it back now, you know. One up this time. Right foot, left foot. Left foot, left foot. Cha-cha now, you know. Last time you get on it. To the right now. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. One hop this time. Right foot, 2 steps. Left foot, 2 steps. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Crisscross. Crisscross. Cha-cha, real smooth. Let's go to the left. Take it back now, y'all. 2 hops this time. 2 hops this time. Right foot, 2 steps. Left foot, 2 steps. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Yeah. Come on. Cha-cha. Turn it out.
Comes the official review from the umpires.
After review, the call is confirmed.
After review, the call has been confirmed. Reagan Legg is called out on the absolutely perfect throw from Zeta Rock. Behind the dish, straight to second base. His leg is retired. And the batter is Karen Ho, the shortstop for Oregon. As Lauren Karn is able to retain her challenge, as Melissa Lombardi loses one, she'll have 2 left in this game. Both coaches, get 3 challenges per game. As using one in the top of the second inning isn't ideal if you're Melissa Lombardi, and you already lost one, so She does not get that many left as pitch from Booker as Ho slices that one to the right side, coming over it to make the play on it is Bailey Murphy, as she cannot. As that one goes foul out of play. The wind is blowing in from left field, which is going to keep the ball in the yard. We will see if that's the case. Ducks, they have that strong contact that they can send one over the fence quickly. See if they can do that today. With twos on the board, 2 and 2, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Tara Booker is getting ready to slam the door on Tara and Ho. Here's a 2-2 from Booker. Ho hits that one into the outfield, calling everybody off as Caitlin Cornwell. And the Terps do it again. They go 1-2-3. They give up that early single to Emma Cox, but the pinch runner, Reagan Legg, was tagged out on a perfect throw from Zeta Rock as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Terps lead this one 1-0. We'll be back on WNBC Sports.
Here at Softball Stadium. Your impact, pride, and continued support means so much to this program, and we're excited to have you back cheering on your Terps.
Back to College Park.
Now
For the
batting
bottom of the second inning. I'm Cam Crossett here with you.
Player number 20.
The batters will be Anna McGowan, Erin Fox, and Gracie Wilson, the 6, 7, 8 hitters for the Terps. The first 5 batters all came up to the plate in the bottom of the first as that sac fly from Maddie Benson, the lone run. As McGowan skies that one into the infield, calling everybody off as Ho out there at shortstop. And out number 1 is made.
Number 2, Caroline. Wow.
Batter will be Caroline Fox. Fox, the second baseman for the Terps. The North Carolina transfer, the senior from Knoxville, Tennessee. Through 35 games played this season, has a .244 batting average. It's 9 RBIs on the season, 7 runs, 17 hits, and 6 runs. Last weekend against Penn State, she picked up 2 hits with the run scored. And a few weeks back against Indiana, she went 2 for 2 in Game 2 of the series. Last night, she was 0 for 2 as she drops on a bunt right to the first baseman, Addison Armorall, and covering first is Kaylin Jones for out number 2.
Number 10, Gracie. Yeah.
Gracie Wilson, the left fielder for the Terps. Wilson making her 17th start of the season out in left field. Has 5 RBIs on the season, 11 runs, 6 hits, 7 walks, and 1 stolen base. Against Indiana a few weeks back, she was 1 for 2, and they had her first career triple against the Hoosiers. As she swings and misses on that one to start off the at-bat. She's batting 8th today. The 9-hole hitter will be Caitlin Cornwall. We do see her this inning. Second out. The pitch from Specs. Called a strike. Count 1-1. Here's the 1-1. As Wilson off the glove of Spence, right into the glove of Taylor Jones at second, who passes it over to Edison Emerald. And the Terps go 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the second. We head to the top of the third. Maryland still on front 1-0. We'll be back on WMBC Sports.
1. Hey fans, be sure to stay up to date on everything Maryland softball. Make sure to like us on Facebook at Maryland Softball and follow us on X and Instagram at Terps Softball.
I was going to give it to you guys, but I couldn't leave at the beginning of the game. Yeah, you can use. Yep. I'll come over and say hi after the game.
Now batting for Oregon, the designated player, number 13, Stefani Mahake.
Welcome back to College Park. Top of the third inning. Maryland leads this one 1-0. The batters will be Stefani Mahake, Addison Amaral, Katie Flannery. Mahake, the designated player for Oregon. The 5'8" sophomore from San Diego, California. As Kira Booker is still in the circle for her third inning of work. Mahake, through 30 games played this season, .299 batting average, 4 home runs on the season, 27 RBIs, 13 runs on 26 hits with 2 walks as she slices that one into the left field gap over the head of Maddie Benson at third base, and Mahake is aboard with a single to shallow left field. The batter will be Addison Amaral. Amaral, the first baseman for Oregon. The 5'9" junior from Salinas, California. Through 22 games played, a batting average of .218, 1 home run. That was back on February 27th against Stetson. 8 RBIs, 8 runs on 12 hits, 7 walks, and 3 stolen bases. On April 3rd against Iowa, she drew 1 walk. As Kira Booker has done a decent job in the circle so far. For giving up 2 hits, no runs so far. So we know that's something that Coach Carnes wants to see out of Kira Booker is a strong outing. Not having to use her bullpen too much. As Booker pitches it, in between the legs of Rock as Amaral shows bunt. Here's the 2-2. Amaral slices that one. Oh, what a catch by Sammy Wood. She tries to get 2 there as Mariah Penta could not get back to Mahake in time. As what a catch there by Sammy Woods in the infield, making a stellar play as she always does. Third baseman Katie Flannery, the 9-hole hitter for Oregon, will be the batter. As Flannery wears the number 6. It's the third baseman in this game, the junior from Birmingham, Alabama. She'll pitch from Booker. She'll take that one for a strike, evens up the count 1-1. As Flannery, 35 games played, 226 batting average, 7 RBIs, 12 runs through 19 hits and 14 walks. Last night against the Terps, she went 1 for 3 with 1 RBI. 1-2 is the count for Hera Booker. As Booker takes a sign from Rock, she deals. As Flannery hits that one right to the third baseman, Maddie Benson. Across the diamond, strong throw. She gets her for out number 2. No hesitation in that very quick movement. Benson gets Flannery in time for out number 2. We head to the top of the order, and Elon Butler. As Butler will be the batter. As Butler, the leader in batting averages so far this season, .430 average with 12 home runs. Was the player to watch coming in this game for the Ducks. Pitch from Booker. Low. Squeezed by Rock. Count 1-0. Pitch. Count has worked to 2-0. As Butler looks to bring home Mahake at second. The 2-0 pitch. Taken for a strike. Count 2-1. The 2-1. Butler's hits that one right to Maddie Benson. Strong throw across the diamond. And the Terps get out of the inning as they leave one runner stranded at second in Mahake as we head to the bottom of the third. Terps lead this one 1-0. We'll be back on WMUC Sports.
The third inning, Oregon scored no runs, but 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Maryland softball would like to welcome Venom Athletics 12U to today's game. Thanks for spending your day with the Terps. Now batting for your Terps, the center fielder, number 5, Caitlin Cornwell.
Welcome back to College Park for the start of the bottom half of the third inning. I'm Cam Crossett back with you. The Terps will be up to bat. Caitlin Cornwell, batter. The 9-1-2 hitters will all be sent to the plate. Cornwell, Woods, and Murphy. Taylor Spencer back in the circle for a third inning award. Cornwell off the glove of Spencer. No throw from Flannery as everyone's safe. Cornwell gets in there via the infield hit.
The shortstop, number 26, Sammy Wood.
Woods, the leadoff batter for the Terps. It's kind of a awkward sequence there. Is went off the glove of Spencer, picked up by Flannery, at third base, and the two kind of looked at each other. There was a no throw, and then with Cornwell's hustle, she kind of just ran out the rest of the way as before Flannery could throw the ball. Cornwell was on first. As Woods, making her second plate appearance, popped up to the second baseman, Kaylin Jones, last time up. It's the pitch. Check swing. Even up 1 apiece. 1-1 the score. 1-1 the count. The score is 1-0 Maryland out in front. As Woods, the second in batting averages for the Terps with a batting average of .380, as Woods skies that one into the outfield. Charging after it is Amaya Shaw, calling off Butler for out number 1, trying to tag up Cornwell at first. She does not get there in time, as Woods is retired via the fly out to center field.
Number 3, Bailey Murphy.
Haley Murphy, the right fielder for Maryland. Pitch. Murphy hits that one. Nice play by Jones. Over to Ho. Back to Emerald. They tried to turn 2, but they could not. They got 1, though. As a strong play by Kaylin Jones. And she flipped it out to Karen Ho for out number 2. As Kaylin Jones with full extension in the infield, dove to make that one. Stepping up to the plate will be Mariah Penta. She hits that one right to Taryn Ho. Easy throw to Kaylin Jones in the infield to retire the side. The Terps go 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the third. We head to the fourth. The Terps out in front, 1-0.
Nobody left on base. The score for 3 is Oregon 0, your Terps 1. Hey, Terps fans, mark your calendars. The University of Maryland will host the 2026 Big Ten Softball Tournament on May 6th through May 9th, right here at Maryland Softball Stadium. Don't miss your chance to catch all the action. Single session tickets start at just $19, and all session passes are available for $64. Head over to big10.org/sp/tournament to secure your tickets now. That's the second baseman, number 3, Kaylin Jones.
Back to College Park, start of the fourth inning. I'm Cam Crossett here with you. Kaylin Jones to the batter for the Ducks. As the Ducks will send Jones, Harper, and Cox to the plate. The 2, 3, 4 hitters here at the top of the. Thank you so much for joining us on a Saturday afternoon. Game 2 of the 3-game set between the Ducks and the Terps. As Kira Booker takes the circle for her 4th inning of work. The Ducks, 2 hits on no runs. Terps, 3 hits on 1 run. They lead this one 1-0. So last time up, Kaylin Jones popped out to the shortstop, Sammy Woods. That was back in the first inning. Terps swinging the bats well. 3 hits. As Oregon has made some remarkable plays in the outfield to limit some of the damage that Maryland can do offensively. But as we know, Oregon is a very dynamic team, both offensively and defensively. It's the pitch from Booker as Jones swings that one right to Woods. She bobbles it, recovers it in time, over to Penta. Not in time, as Jones is safe. Penta could not get her foot down in time, as Jones is aboard the base hit. It's the pitch from Booker. Batter is Amari Harper. As Harper lined out to the second baseman in the first inning. Lined out to Caroline Fox. As no outs, 1 runner on, and Kaylin Jones at first. 1 out here in the top of the fourth. No outs here in the top of the fourth. They count 1-1. Pitch. Harper slices that one right to Fox. Over to Penta for an easy 4-3 putout. As Emma Cox would be the batter, single to left field in the second inning. That one went over the head of Wilson and left. We know the power that Emma Cox can bring. She's had a home run over the left field fence in the first game last night in the third inning. As Booker takes the first one for a ball. As Emma Cox hit her 4th home run of the season last night. Pitch. Call the ball. The counts work to 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Booker. As Jones advances to second. Runner in scoring position for the Ducks. If Cox can get one into the outfield, Jones will come across the score. As of now, the score is 1-0 Maryland. 3-0 count. As Cox lays off, she works the walk, and 4-pitch walk. As she's aboard first, that is Kira Booker's first walk of the afternoon. Amaya Shaw, the center fielder, will be the batter. Shaw, she flew out to the left fielder Gracie Wilson last time up in the second inning. As the pitch was taken for a ball, count 1-0. Counts 2-0. Samaya Shaw looks to bring home the runners on the base pass. Pitch inside. Taken for a strike. It's Booker has to keep her pitches low to avoid a big swing from the Ducks. As that one is outside, paints the corners, works the count to 3-1. As Kira Booker will throw her 56th pitch. Right down the middle for a strike to work the count full. Puts Shaw on the ropes. As Oregon In danger of getting another strikeout from the hands of Kira Booker. As Shaw hits that one right to Penta. Over to Woods. For out number 1, Penta could not back up in time to turn that one into a double play. Now there's runners on the corners for the Ducks. And Ducks are just 60 feet away from tying this one up. As Ho will be the batter. The shortstop for Oregon. Ho flew out to center field last time up. She grounds that one right into the center field gap. Coming home to score is Kaylin Jones to make this a 1-1 ball game. As Kira Booker stuck her left hand out there to try to make the play, but could not. As Stephanie Mahake will be the batter for Oregon. Mahake had a single to left field last time up. "27 RBIs in the season for Mahake. As Kira Booker gets awarded ball in the circle. She hesitated. She went to throw the pitch, but the ball did not come out of the glove. And she'll try it again. The 1-1 from Kira Booker with 2 outs. Mahake slices that one out of play, almost gets her head coach, Melissa Lombardi, standing there at third base in front of the Maryland dugout. That ball just goes in front of her. One-two pitch from Booker on its way. Mahake swings at that one right into the center field gap. Rounding third, coming home is Shaw. The Ducks take a 2-1 advantage. The back-to-back RBIs by Oregon have them out in front, 2-1. The batter will be Addison Amaral. That was Mahake's 28th RBI of the season. As Adderall will get a word from her coach, Melissa Lombardi, as time is called in the circle, as Zeta Rock and Kira Booker will talk things over after giving up the back-to-back RBIs for Oregon. Kira Booker to find her zone has done well so far, but losing her stride here in the 4th inning. Is she's good on the off speed pitches, but that rise ball, it's tough to tell where it's finding the zone, and Oregon hitters are capitalizing on it as of late, as Amaral slices that one out of play. It's the pitch. Low. Call the ball to count even to 1-1. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Oregon with the 2-1 advantage. Pitch. Amaral swings at that one into center field. Coming home to score will be Amari Harper. Make this a 3-1 ball game for Oregon. 3 consecutive RBIs off the bats of Ho, Mahake, and Amaral lead Oregon to a 3-1 advantage. All 3 have been hit in the center field gap, as the infield has to close in and allow the Oregon offense to hit to that quote unquote wall out there in the infield, but they've got to close and they got to get closer together. That's what's allowing these Oregon hitters to hit the ball straight to the gap into center field. If Maryland has to stop the run, they just have to play good infield defense. Also, that comes with really good communication in the infield as well, as Carolyn Fox and Sammy Woods have to speak, even though they're on opposite sides of the field. They have to get closer together, but also speak to each other in the infield to see who's charging for the ball, and if the player who's charging the ball have the other one just stand behind her, and if the ball gets behind her, be able to cover where that ball is going. So these hits have been in the center field gap. Woods should come over a few steps to her left and try to cover Fox. If Fox can't get up there in time, that would allow Woods to cover the infield nicely and pick the ball up for the out. But that is yet to happen here for Maryland, as the batter is Katie Flannery. Flannery, the third baseman for the Ducks, is at a 5-3 ground out back in the third inning, as 8 hitters come to the plate for Oregon here in the fourth. This has been a conversation of late as Maryland gets to around the fourth inning, in which they start taking their foot off the gas pedal a little bit, but overall they've done a tremendous job so far today, just giving up those 3 runs all here in the fourth inning, as Kira Booker, a large part of that, making an effort to keep things close early on here, as she taps her shoulder and says, "That one's on me," as that pitch goes low in the dirt, as Rock will step back behind the dish with the count full 3-2. Pitch. Foul tip off the glove of Rock, as Rock is slow to get up, as that one fouled off for left thigh. As the trainer will come out to check on Rock, as we hope she is all right, as she has done a fantastic job behind the dish this season. As she seems to be all right, the trainer will head to the dugout, and Rock will head back behind the plate. Flannery fouls it off again, this time to the right side of the infield behind home plate. Here's the full count pitch from Booker. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Flannery still keeping the at-bat alive. Fouls that off to the left side in front of the Maryland dugout. Is Booker getting ready to throw her 70th pitch through 4 innings. The pitch. Flannery fouls it off once more. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat to Katie Flannery. If we will look for the 8th pitch of the at-bat here. The pitch. Flannery fouls it off once more, this time into the crowd of Oregon Duck fans behind the Oregon dugout. It's a full sea of yellow and green behind Oregon dugout. The Duck faithful has traveled fairly well, over 3,500 miles to College Park. As Katie Flannery, after 13 pitch at bat, works the walk and loads the bases for the Ducks. And here comes the Ducks power hitter in Elon Butler. And now the Ducks have had a round. So all 9 batters have come to the plate for the Ducks here in the 4th inning. As Oregon leads this one 3-1. They've plated 3 runs on 5 hits just in the 4th inning alone. It's Butler, 0 for 2 today. Let's change that. Grounded out to the shortstop last time up. Pitch from Booker. Upstairs. Count has worked to 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Right to Maddie Benson, who steps on the third base bag and retires the side. Not until the Oregon Ducks plate 3 on 3 consecutive RBIs. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Oregon leads this one 3-1. Keep it right here on WNBC Sports.
Return to the get up there for
Fourth inning, Oregon scored 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 3 runners left on base.
Give it to the spread it across the church. Now, man.
For your Terps, the third baseman, number 22, Maddie Benson.
Go back to College Park for the start of the bottom half of the 4th inning. I'm Cam Crossett. Terps trail this one 3-1. The batters will be Maddie Benson, Zeta Rock, and Anna McGowan. The 4-5-6 hitters for the Terps. The pitch from Taylor Spencer, who's in the circle for her 4th inning of work. Spencer pitches that one as Benson drills that one. As Shaw can't see it, that one's going to go over her head off the center field wall, and Maddie Benson aboard with a leadoff 2-bagger into center field to start off the bottom half of the 4th inning for the Terps. That one was hit straight away center field. Amaya Shaw got turned around in the sun there in the outfield. As she at one point put her hand over her head as to hope the ball didn't hit her as they went over her head. As Zeta Rock, the batter, she golfs that one. That one's going to send Shaw all the way to the wall. That one's out of here. Zeta Rock gives the Terps a 3-3 tie as she brings this one even. We're knotted up 3 apiece here in College Park. That is Zeta Rock, her 8th home run on the season. What a shot by Rock. Started off with Maddie Benson straight to center field. Amaya Shaw took one look at it and said, "See you later," as Rock ties things up here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's going to send Alyssa Lombardi into the circle to talk with the Oregon pitcher, Taylor Spencer, as things have started to fall apart here in the fourth inning for Oregon. As we will have a pitching change. We'll let you know who it is on the other side of the break, but Zeta Rock doing what she does best, tying things up at 3 apiece. We'll be back here from College Park.
Bing bing bang dong, bum 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 bum. Ding ding.
Game for Oregon. This is number 22, Maddie Milholm. Now batting the designated player, number 20. Some noise for Anna Gillen.
Back at College Park, I'm Cam Crossett. As the pitching change for the Ducks, they'll bring in Maddie Milhorn, number 22 for Oregon. She pitched last night in that 11-0 victory. Milhorn, the freshman from Vancouver, Washington, the right-hander, stands at 5'11". Through 21 games played, has a 4.20 ERA, is 1-1 on the season, 41 innings pitched, 44 strikeouts. Last night against the Terps, as McGowan slices that one foul. On Friday, she went 1 inning with 2 strikeouts and gave up 1 hit. The Terps, rough outing last night, not seeing the Ducks so far this season, just, what they see on tape. Spoke to Lauren Karn earlier in the day yesterday. She said, they just got to get them, they just have to start swinging the bats early and often. And yesterday, unfortunately, they faced a dynamic pitcher, Lindsey Grine, in the circle, one of the best pitchers in the country. Is the normal Friday night starter for the Ducks, but today it turned over to Taylor Spencer, who does not do what she needs to do to keep the lead for Oregon, as their official line score, 3 innings, giving up 5 hits and 3 runs, no walks and no strikeouts. Their day is done as Milhorn comes out of the pen and throws a strikeout to Anna McGowan.
One. This is what you came for.
Batter, the Caroline.
Stage.
We'll have a pitch hitter for the Terps. As McGowan's day is done early as the designated player. Get you the numbers on Rodmeyer momentarily. It's the pitch from Milhorn. Low in the dirt. A good block there by Emma Cox behind the dish. Rodmeyer slices that one off the glove of Flannery, and no throw as she is safe at first, and via the error by Katie Flannery at third base. The batter will be Caroline Fox. Have a pitch hitter for Fox, excuse me. It will be Number 17, Jaylee Williams.
Play number 17, Jaylee Williams.
Warren Carr mixing things up offensively, trying to get Maryland some players off the bench that don't usually get opportunities after they've showed Warren Carr what they need to do to keep it close with these Terps, or excuse me, with these Ducks. As it's a tie ball game here. It's 3-3 as Williams, the batter, 24 games played, 6 runs on 8 hits, 1 walk, and 1 stolen base. The Appalachian State transfer. The outfielder, junior from Beaver Creek, North Carolina, had a triple last weekend against Penn State. That was her first collegiate triple. Williams sends that one way out of play over the seats down the third base line. One the count, 1 out here with Rodmeyer at first as Williams lofts that one out of play, foul down the left side in front of the Maryland dugout. As Williams fouls it off again. This time to the left side. Williams fouls it off once more, this time off the netting behind home plate. 1-2 the count. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat to Williams. As Milhorn looks to finish off Williams, the count 1-2 with 1 out. Touch swing. The appeal to first base. Such is out. Jaylee Williams goes down to the check swing. Back-to-back strikeouts out of the pen for Maddie Milhorn. Hit with Corbell will be the batter. Cornwell takes a look at that one. Had an infield single last time up. That was in the 3rd inning. As Maryland has 5 hits on three runs with 1 error. Oregon has exactly the same 5 hits, 3 runs, and 1 error. All knotted up here in College Park, 3 apiece. Cornwall hits that one right to the shortstop Hope across the diamond to Amaral, and they get out of it. As Milhorn comes into the circle after Taylor Spencer gives up the 2-run homer to Zeta Rock, as Milhorn done a great job in the circle so far. Goes 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 4th after giving up that 2-run shot to Rock. We head to the top of the 5th, all knotted up at 3. Keep it right here on
11 a.m. That's right, 11 a.m. against the Oregon Ducks. Catch a hit in the game. The celebration of the 20th anniversary of High School Musical with a day full of music and fun while cheering on your Terps. Now batting for in the second baseman, number 3, Kaylin Jones.
Welcome back to College Park for the start of the 5th inning. I'm Cam Crossett. Score is 3-3. Zeta Rock brings it close. Ties this one up. Her 2-run homer last inning. As this inning, Jones, Harper, and Cox will be the batters. As Jones popped it up as Zeta Rock tried to spin around and grab it, but it was a drop for Rock, but it was foul nonetheless. So Jones will be back in the box and try it again. Pitch. Jones snagged it, snagged by Booker. He says, "Look what I found in the circle," and puts it out to Mariah Penta, for out number 1. Is Kira Booker doing what she needs to do to keep this one close. A great job in the circle so far. The pitch from Booker to Amari Harper, who will be making her 3rd plate appearance this game. 0 for 2, lined out to the shortstop Caroline Fox in the 1st inning and a ground out to Fox in the 4th inning. Pitch from Booker. Count 2-0. It's a 2-0 pitch. As Kira Booker will take the sign from Rock. As the count is now 3-0. Pitch. As Harper works the walk. As Amari Harper, the first hitter aboard this inning with the base on balls. As
Pitch running for Oregon,
Alyssa
number
Lombardi
5, Elise Presho. Batting to
will
catcher,
come out
number
and make a
21,
switch, and that will be a pinch hitter for Oregon. Pinch hitting for Emma Cox will be Elise Crescio. As Crescio wears the number 5 for Oregon, a sophomore from Jasper, Georgia. 1-0 count. As the second pitch from Kira Booker in this at-bat is taken for a ball to count 2-0. Elise Crescio will be her 32nd game of the season. Had an RBI against Iowa on April the 3rd, has drawn 7 runs and 2 hits. She last played on Sunday against the Hawkeyes, where she pinch ran in the 5th inning. Pitch. Taken for a strike. That one was a little low, but the home plate umpires called it a strike. Do not have the home plate umpires listed and stat broadcast, or either of the umpires for that regard. That pitch was taken for a foul ball down the left side in front of the Maryland dugout that actually hit the top of the wall of the Terps dugout. 3-2 full count pitch coming from Kira Booker. Booker pitches that one to Crescio, who fouls it off again. Pitch as Elise Crescio pops that one up to Bailey Murphy, who's over there, and she does not make the play and follow ground. That ball just hits the ground just to the right of her. As Elise Crescio will step back into the batter's box. For her ninth pitch of the at-bat with Kira Book. The pitch. Check swing. As she's walked. Elise Crescio aboard the base on balls. The runners on first and second for Oregon. Harper on second and Elise Crescio on first. The batter will be Amaya Shaw. As back-to-back walks given up by Kara Booker. The Oregon Ducks in scoring position as Amaya Shaw is 0 for 2 today. Flew out to the left fielder in the second inning, a ground out to Mariah Pinto. She skies that one deep right field. Just foul as that one was shot out of a cannon by Amaya Shaw. Left the bat in a hurry. Luckily, that was foul as the Terp fans takes a sigh of relief. As the Shaw will step back into the batter's box and try it again. It's the right-on-right matchup. Shaw and Kira Booker. Pitch. Taken for a ball to count 1-1. Shaw coming into this game with the second best batting average on the team. The 376 average behind Elon Butler's 430 average. Shaw hits that one right past Kara Booker as covering the second base bag is Carolyn Fox for out number 2. Now runners on the corners for the Ducks. Heron Ho will be the batter. Ho had an RBI single to center field last time up. That was the start of 3 consecutive RBIs for the Ducks. Booker leans in and throws her 98th pitch of this game as Booker is out there for this long because she has not given up many runs, just 3, as she's impressed Coach Karn against the number 18 ranked team of the nation, the Oregon Ducks. Yeah, in the on-duck circle is Stefani Mahake, the designated player for Oregon. The pitch. Foul ball right into the hands of Melissa Lombardi. There in third. Two outs. Near the top of the 5th. Pitch upstairs. Chest high to Hope. It's the 3-1 pitch from Booker. On its way. Ho rounds that one right to Sammy Woods. And they get out of the inning, leaving 1 runner on third base. No runs come across the score. No hits. It's just 2 walks given up by Booker. We head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. This game's still tied at 3. We ask you to keep it here on WMUC Sports. We'll be back to College Park.
Now to the plate for Maryland, the shortstop, number 26, Sammy Woods.
Come back to College Park for the bottom half of the fifth inning. The Terps will be up to bat. The leadoff batter will be Sammy Woods. It'll be Woods, Murphy, and Penta, the 1-2-3 hitters for the Terps this inning. And in the circle for her second inning of work is Maddie Milhorn. She came in to relieve Taylor Spencer, who gave up that 2-run shot to Zeta Rock, to even up the score at 3 as we stand now, 3 apiece. 1-0 pitch. Woods grounds that one foul to the left side of the infield. It's the pitch to Woods at the legs. Caught a ball. And bounced off her anchors there. It's a 2-1. Third one pitch. Woods skies that one. Charging after it is Alon Butler, and he goes into the Oregon bullpen. Here's the full count from Maddie Milhorn as time's called by Sammy Woods. Pitch. Upstairs as Woods works the walk. Listen, Lombardi will head out top of the umpire. Milhorn will appear to be getting replaced by the lead pitcher for Oregon. We'll let you know who it is on the other side of the break. Keep it right here on WNUC Sports.
Now pitching for the Oregon Ducks, number 33, Lindsey Grine. Now batting the right fielder, number 3, Bailey Murphy.
Welcome back to College Park. New pitcher for the Ducks, Lindsey Grine, as she is one of the top pitchers in the nation. Pitched yesterday at a strong outing last night. She takes the first pitch to Haley Murphy, who's in the batter's box. His grind through 31 games played this season as the pitch taken for a ball to Murphy. 31 games played this season for Grind. A 2.23 ERA, 19-4 record, 120 innings pitched, 147 strikeouts, the most by any Oregon player this season, and near the top of the nation's list, trailing over only Najee Kennedy from Texas. The 1-2 pitch to Murphy. In and out of the glove of Cox. Throw down to second base as Woods is there safely. As Murphy calls time with the 2-2 pitch on its way. Pitch from Grind, followed off in front of the netting behind home plate. Murphy will step into batter's box for the 7th pitch of the at-bat. In her 3rd plate appearance. The pitch from Grind, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Good rise ball from Grind, as that's what she does best. It's Murphy goes down looking. Grind comes out of the pen. Throws a strikeout in her first batter faced. Mariah Penta will be the batter for the Terps. Penta 1 for 2 today. Pitch from Grind. The throw down to second to check back on Woods. She's back there just in time. She gets that right hand back there. Woods is safe. Back at second base. The 0-1 pitch from Grind. Right down the middle. Called the ball. As Grind was looking for the strike, she thought she had it. The on-plate umpire did not agree. The pitch was called a ball. Makes the count for what it was. Pitch. This time, Grind throws a strike right down the heart of the plate. 1-2 the count with 1 out. Three, Maryland, Oregon. Pitch. Penta hits that one into the outfield. Coming over to call everyone off is Shaw, as Wood stands on second base. Is that strong throw from Shaw in center field. As Mariah Penta was retired. A batter. Maddie Benson and an RBI 2-bagger straight away center field last time. To continue her 1 for 2 performance today, had a sac fly early on in the first inning. Pitch. As Benson check swings at that one. Now it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Benson hits that one. Oh, what a snow cone catch by Taryn Ho, who rangers to her right, falls in the infield, and retires the side. What a play to end the inning by Oregon as the score remains tied at 3 apiece. We head to the top of the 6th inning with one runner left on base. Score Oregon 3, Maryland 3. Keep it right here on WMUC Sports.
Batting for the Ducks is designated player number 13, Stephanie Maake.
Welcome back to College Park for the start of the 6th inning. Terps will see Mahake, Amaral, and Flannery, the 7-8-9 batters, Oregon, as Kara Booker takes the circle for her 6th inning work, now throwing 103 pitches so far in the day. Has kept it close, has kept it even. Giving up 5 hits on 3 runs. As Mahake fouls it off to the left side foul. Mahake is 2 for 2 today with a single to left field in the 3rd inning and an RBI single to center field in the 4th inning. Kara Booker doing a decent job in the circle today. Just struggled in the 4th inning as she gave up those 3 consecutive RBIs, but nonetheless, Booker's done a strong job so far in the circle for the Terps today. The 3 runs across the plate for Booker as he takes the ball to Mahake. Count 2-1. Mahake skies that one into the outfield, calling everybody off as Caitlin Cornwall for out number 1.
Baseman number 4, Addison Amaral.
Amaral, the first baseman for the Ducks, will step into the batter's box in the 8 hole. 1 for 2 today. RBI single to center field in the 4th inning and a fly out to Sammy Woods at shortstop back in the 3rd inning. Is Kara Booker able to get that early out? What she wants these late stages, see, get early outs and get on to the bottom half of the 6th where you can get that offense rolling. That's what Kara Booker is looking for. As Amaral skies this one into the outfield, calling off everyone at left field is Gracie Wilson for out number 2. The Ducks are getting it in the outfield, but that wind as it gets closer to the ball is just getting those balls to die in the outfield. Is the Maryland defense has done a great job as with the communication in the outfield, calling everybody off, calling off who they need to, and getting over in time to make those timely plays. As Katie Flannery, the 9-hole hitter, will be the batter. A ground out to third base in the 3rd inning, and she drew a walk back in the 4th inning. Yo, 1. Call the ball. Count even 1-1. Pitch. Count is 2-1. It's the 2-1 pitch with 2 outs for Booker. Called a strike to even up the count 2 apiece. One more to get out of the inning for Booker. Here we go. Now it's 2-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. The pitch. As Flannery fouls it off, we're going to try it again. That ball lands into the stands down the first base side. It's the 2-2 from Booker. Flannery smashes that one, sending Wilson to the wall. That one hops the top of the fence. And Flannery is going to be aboard with a stand-up 2-bagger. As Katie Flannery is aboard with the base hit. Wilson had a good run at it. Second, she took her eyes off the ball. It went over her head. That was almost a home run for Katie Flannery. Went off the top of the wall as so Lombardi went over to talk to the umpires. It will be a switch, I believe, in the infield as the batter will be Elon Butler, top of the order for Oregon. So be a pinch runner for the Ducks. Pinch runner will be number 25, Presley Lawton. As Lawton, the 5'5" sophomore from Medford, Oregon. Pinch ran in the series against Iowa. Pitch. As Butler shows bunt. Lays off. Counts work to 1-0. Pitch. Butler has gone scoreless here in the series. There's those 2 walks yesterday, but unable to reach base here. She's 0 for 3 so far today. Strikeout in the first, ground out to the third baseman in the 3rd inning, and a ground out to Maddie Benson once again in the 4th. Pitch kind of died as it reached rock, that one was low in the dirt. Works to count to 3-0. As Kira Booker, 1 out away from getting out of it. She has pitched a total of 116 pitches so far today. As an extended outing for Booker due to her performance so far as she loses Butler. And she shakes her head as that's back-to-back base hits for Maryland as she draws a walk to Butler. Kaylin Jones will be the batter. Second baseman for Oregon. 1 for 3 today. Single in the 4th inning. Popped out to the shortstop in the 1st inning. And grounded out to the pitcher in the 5th inning. As Jones evens the count at 1-1. She lays off on that one. Pitch. As Jones flies that one into the outfield. Cornwall there. She makes the play to retire the side. 2 runners left on base for the Ducks. As Terps keep it tied, Kira Booker, throwing 118 pitches, has done a tremendous job in the circle. We head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Score remains 3-3. Keep it right here on WMUC Sports.
All right, Maryland fans, put your hands together and make some noise for your catcher, number 6, Zeta Rock.
Welcome back to College Park for the bottom half of the 6th inning. Score remains tied at 3. Batters will be Rock, Rodmeyer, and Williams. As Lindsey Grind will step into the circle for second inning of relief. Pitch to Zeta Rock, and she swings and misses in that one. The last time up, she hit a 2-run shot to even this ball game up at 3. Pitch. 1-1. Rock 1 for 2 with the ground out the shortstop in the first inning and a 2-run homer back in the 4th inning. Rock follows that one behind us here in the press box. That goes out of play into the field hockey turf behind us. It's the 1-2 pitch to Rock. As the appeal to first base umpire says she did not go as that ball was in the dirt. Lindsey Grind thought she went. That was not the case. This count is even 2-2. Pitch from Grind. Rock fouls it off in front of the netting behind home plate. Here's the 2-2 from Grind. Swing and a miss from Rock. Foul tip into the glove of Emma Cox for out number 1.
Designated player, number 20.
Anna McGowan will be the batter. She's substituted for Sage Rodmeyer. As McGowan was 0 for 2 today. Strikeout last time up. Popped out to the shortstop in her first plate appearance. 1 for 1. Pitch from Grind. Swing and a miss from McGowan. 1-2 of the count. Back-to-back swings and misses from these Maryland batters. keep things even. 3-3 to score. Back-to-back strikeouts for Lindsey Grine. She's in the zone, and she racked up 8 last night. Racked up 3 so far today, and there's 2 innings more. Caroline Fox will be the batter for Maryland. As Fox, 0 for 2 today. Strikeout last time up. As Lindsey Grine has taken control of this game, coming in out of the pen in relief of Maddie Milhorn, and has completely shoved as 3 consecutive strikeouts for Grine. Pitch is even at 1-1. The pitch from Grine gets Caroline Fox to swing and miss, as Grine is 1 pitch away from having an immaculate inning and striking out the side. The pitch. Fox fouls it off to the left side behind the Maryland dugout. There's the 1-2 from Grine. Caught a ball low on the dirt. Moves up the count at 2 apiece. Here's the 2-2 from Grine. She freezes Caroline Fox and strikes out the side. We head to the top of the 7th inning. Score remains tied, 3 apiece. Keep it right here on WMUC Sports.
No hits, no runners, nobody left on base. The score after 6, Oregon 3, Maryland 3. Number 31, Amari Harper.
Welcome back to College Park for the start of the 7th inning, as Kira Booker in the circle for her 7th inning of work. 123 pitches so far for Booker is now turning into a pitcher's battle, with Kira Booker on one side for the Terps and then Lindsey Grine on the other for Oregon, both having tremendous games so far. As count is low, 1-1. The batters for this inning for the Ducks will be Harper, Presho, and Shaw. Pitch from Booker. A decision that Laura Carnes had to make in between innings. She decided to keep Kira Booker out there. She's done a great job so far through six innings of work. One walk, giving up 6 hits on 3 runs. 2 earned, and 5 walks. 125 pitches. And she works the count to 2-0 to Harper. Harper, 0 for 2 today, who drew a walk last time up as Amari Harper lines one right into the glove of Caitlin Cornwall in center field to keep this one even for 1 out. Maryland keeping it close. Emma Cox is the batter. The catcher drew 2 walks so far and had a single to left field. The pitch. Looking for a strike. Count 1-1 to even the count to Emma Cox. Cox had a home run last night in the first game of the series. The count is now 2-1 to Cox, catcher for the Ducks. As Kira Booker keeping things close, throwing her 129th pitch of the game. As Cox fouls it off to keep the at-bat alive. This will be Kira Booker's 6th pitch of this at-bat. 2-2 the count. Here's the 2-2. Low. What's the count? 4-3-2. As Kira Booker in danger of losing Emma Cox to the base on balls. Pitch. As Booker puts her hand out there, Fox cleans it up and fires over to Mariah Pensa for out number 2. Damage has not been done for Oregon as the score remains tied at 3. Kira Booker pitching a tremendous game in the circle. That was her 134th pitch of the game. Those will be 135th pitch. This will be Kira Booker's season high as Shaw shows bunt fouled off. Rock was ready as she barehanded that one. As Shaw shows bunt, lays off. Let's count even at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 from Booker with 2 outs. Shaw straight to Sammy Woods off of her head. It appears as no throw is made as Woods is all right as that ball one-hopped and hit her in the face, it appears, as she's able to jog it off as Booker checks on her. As Shaw is aboard the infield single. The batter will be Heron Ho, the shortstop. Swing and a miss from Ho to start off the at-bat in her 4th plate appearance. And an RBI single to center field in the 4th inning. Flew out to center field in the 2nd and lined out to the shortstop in the 6th. The pitch from Kira Booker called the ball, count 1-1. Booker has been showing her stuff all day long. She's can throw those rise balls, those four seamers, and even working the curveball every now and then. The pitch, the throw down, way offline. Woods tried to get the tag to Shaw, could not, as Shaw had a good first base slide, or head first slide into second base. Count is 1-2. Pitch. Right down the middle, upstairs. As Kira Booker was looking for the K that time, she didn't get it. This place will erupt if Booker can get out of this one. The runner on second. Maryland fans on their feet behind the dugout. The pitch. The Ho fouls it off. Almost gets the third base umpire in the process as he gets out of the way just in time. Here's the 2-2 with 2 outs from Booker. Ho slices it. Foul to the right side. So we'll try it again for the 10th pitch of the at-bat. 141st pitch coming from Booker. The pitch upstairs, but chest high to Ho. Pitch from Booker. Ho hits that one right to Murphy, and Kara Booker is out of the inning once more. There's one runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Can the Terps do it? We will see. Game is still tied 3-3. A great game so far defensively for both pitchers. Kira Booker, the 142nd pitches, 142 pitches thrown. Lindsey Grind on the other side, coming out of the pen, is doing what she does best. We'll be back. Keep it right here on WMUC Sports.
Now batting the left fielder, 10, Gracie Wilson.
Welcome back to College Park. Cam Crossett here with you for the start of the bottom half of the 7th inning. Lindsey Grind in the circle. The batters will be Gracie Wilson, Caitlin Cornwall, and Sammy Woods, the 8-9-1 batters for the Terps. Pitch from Grind. Taken for a strike. Wilson has had 2 plate appearances. She's 0 for 2 so far today. As Grind, 3 strikeouts in 2 innings. Let's add on to that. Had 8 strikeouts last night. Steal 1. We're to 0-2. Maryland has to find a way to get Lindsey Grind out of her groove and get a base hit off of her. We'll see what they can do. 0-2 the count. Big swing and a miss off that rise ball by Lindsey Grind. She's nasty out there in the circle. Gets out number 1. That is consecutive strikeouts for Lindsay. The 9-hole hitter, Caitlin Cornwell, will be the batter. Cornwall, 1 for 2 today. A ground out to shortstop in the 4th inning, and an infield single back in the 3rd. Time is called by Grind in the circle. As Cornwall sends that one to the outfield right there. On it is Shaw for out number 2.
Shortstop, number 26, Sammy Woods.
Woods, the batter for Maryland. Two outs. They're in the bottom of the 7th. Lindsay Grind in the circle. The pitch. Count of all 1-0. The count. The 1-0. Upstairs. It's the count to 2-0. Sammy Woods, 0 for 2 today. Drew a walk last inning. Rounded up to the second baseman first time up and flew out to center field last time up. See what she can do here. The 2-0 pitch from Grind hits it foul. Just a few inches to the right. That one would have dropped for a base hit, but nonetheless, we'll try it again. Count 2-1. Sammy Woods leading off in the top of the order for the Terps. 2 outs here. Second best batting average on the team for Sammy Woods. 2-1. Pitch. Called a strike. Now it's even at 2 apiece with 2 outs. One more from Lindsay Grind. Two the count with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 7th, the pitch to Sammy Woods. That swing lays off. To count full 3-2. As that was close by Lindsay Grind, as Sammy Woods is able to hold off on that one. We'll try it again. The 9th pitch of the at-bat. Pitch. Woods skies that one. Shaw over there. She's got to run after it. She makes the catch. We are going to extra innings here on a Saturday in College Park. The score remains tied at 3. Keep it right here on WMUC Sports.
Nobody on base. Score after 7, Oregon 3, Maryland 3. Running for the Ducks, the designated corner number 13, Stephanie Mahake.
Back to College Park for the start of the 8th inning. Kira Booker still in the circle. 145 pitches thrown for Booker. 150 is her record. for most pitches thrown in a game. Booker is just 5 away. Pitch to Mahake. She gets in there for a base hit. Mahake is aboard first with a single to left field. She's now 3 for 4. It's the pitch to Amaral, as she will be the batter. As she is 1 for 2 today, or excuse me, 1 for 3 today. An RBI single to center field in the 4th inning. Had a pop out to Sammy Woods in the 3rd inning and a fly out to Gracie Wilson in left field in the 7th. The pitch from Booker, her 148th. Hits Emerald. And now 2 Oregon Ducks are aboard.
Baseman number 6, Katie Flannery.
Kira Booker still in there. They're throwing 149 pitches. Katie Flannery, the batter, had a 2-bagger last time up. Grounded out to the third base side. Last time up shows bunt. Booker, Penta, 1 out. Both runners move up. Oregon Ducks are 60 feet away from making this a 4-3 ball. Butler will be the batter for Oregon. We move to the top of the order now. As Butler, 0 for 3 today. She drew a walk last time up. Pitch. That one hits Butler to load the bases. As Kara Booker has hit 2 batters here in the 8th inning. That was her 150th pitch. As Rock is going to go out to talk to Booker, and the infield will move in. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Kara Booker wants to limit the damage. Caitlin Jones being in the box will be the next batter for the Ducks. And an infield single in the 4th inning has gone 0 for 3. Ducks, they want to take advantage of Kira Booker as she's progressively slowing down in the late stages of this game. Taking this to extras is a huge accomplishment for Kira Booker on the Terps, but it's got to keep it going. And Laura Karn is still keeping her in there, has some confidence in Booker. As 1 out, face Caitlin Jones for the 5th time today. Bases loaded for Oregon. Strike to Caitlin Jones. As Kira Booker will start off the at-bat 0-1. Bases loaded behind her for Oregon. 1-1. 150th pitch thrown by Booker. Pitch. As Caitlin Jones lines that one straight to Cornball. There'll be a sacrifice fly as Mahake will come across and score to make this a 4-3 ball game for Oregon. A sac fly for Jones leads to a 4-3 advantage for Oregon. Amari Harper will be the batter. With 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Pitch. As Amari Harper 0 for 3 today. The Ducks have not seen the power hitters out of their players as they've usually seen. I'm sure Melissa Lombardi, not too pleased with that, but she understands in the matter of and the circumstances that this is game 2 of the series. They did so much yesterday, getting that 11-0 win over Maryland as they got another game tomorrow morning. And a reminder, we'll be back on the radio. Myself and Peter Kelly will join me 11 a.m. first pitch from Robert E. Taylor Stadium as the final game of the 3-game series will begin at 11 a.m. as Booker picks up the ball, flips it out to Penta to retire the side, but not until Oregon gets one on the sac fly. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Keep it right here on WMUC Sports. Oregon leads full time.
Get with the top of the 8th inning. Oregon scored 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, 2 left on base. All right, Terps fans, it's rally time. Let's make some
Welcome
noise
back
for
to
our
College
right
Park.
fielder,
Let's
number
start with
3,
the bottom half of the 8th inning. Lindsey Grimes still in the circle for her 4th inning of relief, has thrown 37 pitches in the circle. And batting for the Terps will be number 3, Bailey Murphy. Murphy will be the leadoff batter for Maryland. They will send Murphy, Penta, and Maddie Benson to the plate here in the 8th inning. The pitch. Murphy fouls it off as she didn't realize the pitch was fouled off behind the Maryland dugout as the Terps will try it again once more as Murphy hits one right to Taryn Ho. Over to Emerald as she mishandles it in first base. That one's going to go all the way to the wall. Going to second base is Bailey Murphy with a stand-up 2-bagger off the error on first base.
Now batting the first baseman, number 8, Mariah Young.
Penta will be the batter. Penta fouls off in front of the netting. 0 for 3 so far. In one pitch. Penta shows bunt right to Jones as out number 1 is made.
That's the third baseman, 22.
Maddie Benson will be the batter with 1 out. Lindsey Grimes, 41 pitches in the game. Maddie Benson so far today, a sac fly in the 1st inning, RBI 2-bagger in the 4th inning, a top out in the 5th inning. That's where we stand in the line scores for Benson. Pitch. As Grimes likes the strike call as Benson will step back into the batter's box and try it again. Swing and a miss from Benson. Ryan is back in her groove as she was earlier. Here's the 0-2 from Grind. The pitch to Benson. That one hugs the corners. Called a ball 1-2. Murphy on second base as the crowd of Oregon fans did not like that call there. The pitch. Benson fouls it off. As we'll try it again once more. The fifth pitch to Benson upcoming. Benson hits that one. Foul. Good catch by the fan in the stands there down the left field side behind the Maryland dugout. Over the shoulder catch is that young fan's going to go home with a souvenir. Benson step back from the batter's box. The count 1-2. The 1-2 pitch from Grind. On its way. Benson fouls it off to keep the at-bat alive. The seventh pitch of the at-bat coming. Good fight by Benson as she's staying in the strike zone. The pitches are waist level, and it's where Benson wants him is she just needs to put the ball in play into the infield gap, and that time she looks at it for a ball, evens up the count to 2-2. As we will try it again with one out. Pitch. Swing and a miss as Grind gets Maddie Benson. Swing at that one.
Number 6, Zeta.
Serious victory. We will see. 4-3 the score. Zeta Rock, last chance for the girls. Strikeout last time up. That was the start of consecutive strikeouts for Lindsey Grind as Melissa Lombardi out to talk to Grind and the infield as Lauren Karn and a few assistant coaches will call Zeta Rock over to come up with the game plan on how to attack Lindsey Grind here with 2 outs. Maryland will look to even up the series here. First, got to bring home Bailey Murphy at second. She's been there for the past 2 batters. He reached on an error after the first after the first play is Addison Amaral. She mishandled the play at first base, which allowed Murphy to go to second. But after the conversation in the circle, Lombardi will head back into the dugout. Rock will step into the batter's box. The left-handed batter is Rock to the right-handed pitcher from Lindsey Grind. Grind will throw her 50th pitch in relief. And here it goes. Grind's pitch on its way. Big swing and a miss to start off the at-bat, not what Rock and the Maryland coaching staff wanted to see. Coach Karn just telling her to calm it down, just see the pitches high and inside, see it chest level as she's able to hopefully get that pitch into the infield gap and hopefully into the outfield. It's not looking to sky it. She's just trying to level it into one of those gaps to bring home Murphy. But as of now, it's 0-1 with 2 outs. here in the bottom of the 8th. 4-3 the score for Oregon. Pitch. Called a ball, worked to 2-1. Pitch. Rock lays off again, works to count to 3-1. Good patience at the plate by Rock. So 3-1. Pitch. Rock fouls that one off out of play. That one's going to go into the cross field behind us in the softball field here at Robert E. Taylor Stadium. Three-two, the count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Zeta Rock, the batter. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Grind. Swing and a miss. Lindsey Grind gets the job done, and the Ducks win the series here in College Park. Every one game tomorrow, the final game of the 3-game set. The Ducks are winless by a final score of 4-3. Terps hung it tough all game long. They could not finish off Lindsey Grind and the Ducks as they were unstoppable. Lindsey Grind, 5 consecutive strikeouts to finish off the day for the Ducks. They'll improve to 31-9 overall, 12-2 in conference. The Terps will fall to 14-25 overall, 1-16 in conference. We'll be back on the radio tomorrow at 11 a.m. 3rd game of the 3-game set. Myself will be joined by Peter Kelly as we will have the third and final game of the series. That is all we have for now from College Park. We thank you so much for listening. We'll see you tomorrow on the radio. The final score from College Park: Oregon 4, Maryland 3.
Pitch ahead in the game. The celebration of the 20th anniversary